Alright, 24 hours with the Fold 8. Let's get through this quickly, shall we? Hour 1. I was setting up the phone, transferring data, and just messing around with it. This is also when I was reminded at how delicate the inner screen is to where even a fingernail can scratch it. However, I noticed and liked how there is some sort of an anti-reflective film on the display, the inner display. This is also just a very nice compact form factor. Videos look so nice on the inner display, especially 4x3 video. It just looks amazing, it fills the whole thing, it looks great. But one thing weird is when you unfold it, the speakers are all on the left side, so it kinda sounds weird at first. Anyway, I continue messing around with the phone. Check out how you can use the front display as a viewfinder when using the back camera to record yourself. After, I just put the phone for charge at full 45 watt speeds, by the way, so I have a full battery for the rest of the video. Hour 3. By this point, I've been using it longer and even had a software update. But one thing I don't like is how TikTok has these black bars around it. I mean, sometimes a video will pop up where it's not like that, but in general, it's meant for taller phones, so the aspect ratio of the videos will be like that. So instead, I was doom scrolling with it open, which by the way, is game changing. I was scrolling for way too long. Now, I also don't like Snapchat because it also has the black bars with whatever you send and receive, but I can't even open it vertically on the inner screen, only sideways. It's more of a Snapchat optimization issue than the phone itself, but still. But hey, when I choose to use the phone sideways, it's nice that most apps make use of that horizontal space well. Like comments on YouTube, or here in Gmail, or even in the Play Store. I also had an instance where I was texting and I needed to look at the calendar at the same time to figure out some dates with somebody. So that was my first time doing split screen for an actual purpose, and I gotta say, it's nice to have. Also, just take this time to hit subscribe and like on this video if you're enjoying it so far. Hour 5. This is when I was video editing and I had a YouTube video playing while I edit. Again, having that bigger screen that unfolds from such a compact form is super nice to have. I also got used to the speaker position now, and it's not as big of a deal as it was before, to be honest. Afterwards, I took the video down to where I cooked up a sandwich and then had a video call in the back. Then went back upstairs to doom scroll and I remembered I had to edit. Hour 8. I was actually just outside making some corn here, so here's some photos and video from that. So this is a video of me on the internal camera of the inner screen. And this is a video of me on the outside camera of the cover screen. And this is a video of me on the rear cameras using the cover display as a sort of viewfinder, essentially. Speaking of cameras, it sucks that it doesn't have a telephoto lens. That's something that I really love using now. The cameras it has aren't bad though. They're both 50 megapixel and the selfie cams are both 10 megapixel, with the inside being wider than the cover one. I'll have to test it some more, but I would have loved to see at least one 200 megapixel sensor on the main cam because I know Samsung has more to offer. But I guess this phone isn't meant for the cameras, it's meant for the folding experience. Anyway, look how nice it looks. I also like how the crease has been reduced, but interested to see if it stays that way. And yes, I was playing my go-to game, Subway Surfers, which performed as expected since it does have a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chip inside. And again, the ability to just take your phone and unfold it for such a big experience to play the games or watch whatever you want to watch on it, it's just something else. It looks great, and it's just so enjoyable. Hour 9. I'm literally drafting this voiceover on the phone right now, and typing on a wider screen feels really nice. Even though you see less of the screen as you type, it's still great and reminds me of a BlackBerry keyboard, and I'm a fan. And even typing like this can take some time to get used to and get comfortable with at first, and I'm not fully there yet, but I can see myself getting used to it. Hour 11. I watched YouTube before I slept, which led me to close off 12 hours. Lots of content consumption on this big screen, as you can see. Hour 19. I woke up around 6:30 in the morning, and you know what's crazy? Throughout this whole video, I was taking screenshots of the phone so that I can get the battery percentage throughout the day to let you know what it's like, but I was taking screenshots without knowing that the battery percentage was hidden. So I had nothing. But I do remember waking up at around 30% of battery, so anyways, at the end of the video, I'll let you know the full, screen on time usage of the battery. Anyway, I ate breakfast and watched more YouTube, of course. I also do like this taskbar that Samsung foldables and tablets have, as it makes multitasking much easier. You can easily switch between apps and drag them around for split screen. Hours 20 to 24. I was at work during this time, so I don't really have any footage or photos to show you, but you know, I was just using it as a casual device, looking at it every now and then, searching up some stuff, but I can safely say it lasted all the way until 3:30 p.m., which is way past the 24 hours. In total, I got a screen on time usage of 6 hours and 26 minutes, which is actually really good. I was coming into this under the impression that the battery may not be that good because it's a foldable, it's thinner, you know, it is 4,800 milliamp hours, but still. And this is just the first day of me using it as well. The phone hasn't even gotten used to my usage pattern, so it might even be better. In any case, I'm pretty satisfied with the results of the battery. Like, this is a solid battery for what the device is, and just in general as well. Now, obviously, if I was using Google Maps on my typical 1 hour commute or something like that, then it might be less, or it will probably be less. In any case though, I think this battery is pretty good. It's a solid battery, I would say. But also considering I watched a bunch of content on the big screen, I was on a video call, I played some Subway Surfers, played some games on it, I used it a bunch, and considering all that I did and the battery life that we got, yeah, it impressed me. Anyway, that was the quick 24 hours with the Fold 8. If you like this style of video, then let me know in the comments below. I'm just testing things out, seeing what works, so yeah, let me know if you liked it. And if you made it all the way till the end of this video, then definitely leave a phone emoji in the comments as well, so I know that you made it. And as always, if you liked this video, then like it, and if you loved it, then subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace.